Wow, Pineco Hoenn? That's a really good call out, man. Pineco Swarm Hoenn, because that's exactly where I am. What's up, fellas? Good morning, good morning. How are we doing today? I am even sicker today than I was yesterday, so I apologize for the sick voice. Other than that, we have a lot to do today. I know it's Friday. I don't usually stream on days like this, but dude, there's just too much to do. There's so much to do in the event, so much that I want to do, so much that I want to play. I have some spoiled brat stuff to share. Spoiled streamer, I guess is more accurate, but you can see my Pokémon stack right now is currently 52k and clearly climbing. I have some quick balls. I need to buy some more quick balls. I'm kind of scraping together whatever Pokémon I can to buy more quick balls. I'm getting this these Pinecos, and then I have so many swarm Pokemon that I saved up off stream, so I'll be consuming so many Pokemon here in a quick sec. Good morning though, guys. How are we doing today? Hopefully everyone's having a good morning as well. I'm gonna try to go back over to the Articuno Hunt and everything as well in a second, but I have some stuff in my mail to check out. Down to 50k. He just like me, for real. Now this chat, I'm honored to hear that. I'm telling you right now, okay? I'm warning you before you see this. I am spoiled. I am a streamer. I am a little baby that is true and real. Okay, here it is. Here's the reveal. And this stuff is only possible because of viewers like yourself. German Potato sent me 5 million Pokéyen as a holiday donation. I really appreciate this. I always tell people, literally don't send me stuff in game. You don't have to do it. Like, just you don't gotta. Like, I appreciate the thought. Don't do it. Keep your money. Grind, develop your own account. You deserve it. Now, for a long time, I didn't even, like, if someone sent me this, like, for the first, man, like 15k subs on my channel, for some serious amount of time, whenever someone sent me any money, I would send it back. I literally just wouldn't keep anything. I did reach a point where I started keeping donations, which feels weird because I didn't do it for so long. But the reason why is because now that I play PokeMMO for YouTube and to make content and stuff, I actually play the game less than ever, which sounds very funny, but it's true. I have way less time to make money. I have way less time to go farm Pokéyen because I'm constantly editing or scripting or doing thumbnails or timestamps. Like, I actually have less time to play the game than ever because of the content. So if people want to say thank me because thank the content if it's helped them enough to warrant it, I do kind of try to accept that. And then 5 mil was just the start. I tried to warn you guys. I know I'm a spoiled streamer. I know this is streamer privilege. I want to let you know to the moon and back, okay? I know this is streamer privilege. Permadeath said, hey, he's quitting the game, and he sent me 15 million on top of the 5 from German. This is up there with one of the biggest donations I've ever received, like similar to like the Leppas. Keep gambling, you know what to do. Now, I will not use this to gamble for content because that is too much. That's too much short-term use of Pokéyen for short-term content. Now, what I will do, what I like to do with Pokéyen like this is to make long-term investments so that I can allow myself to garner more Pokéyen to make more content. If I make investments now into things like Great Balls, and I can sell them for later on, it's going to allow me to make so much more Pokéyen down the line, and then that's going to allow me to do things like egg hunts for content. That's going to allow me to do things like buying all of the vanities for content and showing them off, or being able to engage in certain new types of content, being able to buy some of the mysterious Pokeballs to pop them to see what's in them and show people the drops and everything. So there is legitimate need for Pokéyen for lots of types of content. Like one of the like getting like one of each type of Pokemon. I need to do I want to redo my price checking guide, and for that I need like a 1x31 and a 2x31 and an alpha Pokemon and a shiny Pokemon and a shiny 1x31 like plus. Like you need like all these different types of Pokemon that are you're able to price check differently. So there is like a lot of things to that but once again, don't send me stuff. I really do appreciate like anything that does come to me, but in reality I always tell people, dude, just keep your money, just use it to progress your own account. I really do appreciate it, but yeah, that's my thoughts on it. But I am going to go ahead. Last time I bought my investments, I bought a lot of them off camera, and I kind of regretted that, but I wanted to just do it at the perfect time, because I knew that, I said, like, I think this will be, like, the final day that it's good to make. I think today is probably, like, or I thought it was not the final day, but the best day to make investments. I think today is kind of pushing the final day to make investments. We'll see. There's around 3 days and 19 hours. You probably can make investments with like 2 days left on this, with like a couple hours, with pretty consistent, pretty good prices. But things will start to, like, as soon as I said it, like, mysterious, a lot of stuff has already been starting to slowly rise back up. Mysterious Pokeballs have stayed decently low, but yeah, I actually want to check out Ultras and Premieres as well. But last time I did this, I bought this stuff off camera, and I kind of regretted it. I'm going to do something kind of crazy here. I want to buy a couple of these Premieres. I think Premieres might be secretly insane. That was a lot of money spent very quickly. Like, how many Premieres do I have? I might buy up to 10. 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to pop these. I'm not going to pop any of these. I'm just going to save them as an investment. So 350k for each of these. How many are listed here at that price? Around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many Premier Balls are listed in total is another interesting question. It's a fair amount. It's a fair amount. It's a fair amount. They are trying to keep that price up. But I think a lot of Shalpha breeders and Shalpha hunters are just buying them out as they go down and such. Casually spends 3 mil. Yeah, I mean, you can blow through Pokemon making investments in a matter of seconds for sure. Buy a couple more of these as they pop up. I think 16k is a fair price. All right, 50. Like, there's a 15k one there. I think I'm a little late on it. Yep, that's okay. And I'll probably just I'll let this market develop again. Ooh, there's a lot of them for 16k though. I'll buy all of those. It's a big, nice chunk. I'm happy to spend 5 mil in a couple minutes super easily. There's for 15.5. Nice, nice, nice. I do want to spend, like I said, like, I do want my Pokemon stack to be 0 by the end of this event. Like, I know it sounds silly. I also need to go buy some quick balls and get actual good use out of the shiny trim that this guy's generously popping. All right, off to a little bit more swarm farming. I have Pokemon right now to continue consuming, so, but there's just swarms up that I know that I'm a little low on. Like, Deerlings is one that I'm low on. I try to keep track of what Pokemon I need the most in swarms and then try to prioritize those pretty well. Okay, let's go ahead and consume some Pokemon. I don't mind Charm. I'm sure this is as quick as possible, so. But I'm so excited to I really want to know. It's nice to continue consuming so you know what Pokemon you are stuck on, like what swarms you need and what you need to prioritize. So, like, first things first, I need a Lapras. I try to do a lot of farming off stream. Dude, last night off stream, all the swarms that I was hyper low on all appeared last night. So I was like doing them all off, like Deerling, Pineco, Sfeel, Swinub. I have so many Swinubs now. Snover, I think I have like 7 Snovers now. Like, I had like 1. Chinglings, like everything that I was super low on all appeared off stream. So I'm curious. Today it'll be really cool to see like start stream versus end stream. Today I'm starting at 119 helpers. Now, I'm not going to show you guys every rotation like I have been, because I feel like it's kind of makes the stream recaps a little too long and boring. But I'm going to start at 119 and go until I get stuck and then see you guys with that. Okay, I also caught an absolutely insane Smoochum, but it's a Smoochum, which sucks. But this is like the best catch that I've had all Xmas event, but it's a Smoochum. So it's Jolly Nature, which would be really good for a physical attacker, but obviously Jinx is not a physical attacker. But it's Jolly Nature, 31 attack, 31 speed, and then 25 plus in every single other stat, 168 total. This thing would be insane as a breeder or on any Pokemon, but it's on a female-only species that doesn't need the physical attack. So it's like very, very, very sad. It's not useful. It's like not good or not useful at all. But, man, it was like so close. It's like it's still very cool. Wait, no way. Do I have 0 Stantlers? That's the Pokemon I was sure that I would. No, I'm actually mind blown. I did not get that far. I didn't realize I didn't have any Stantlers. Well, that sucks. Dude, I can't believe I don't have any, like, Stantler, Swarms, Mons, Liner. Maybe I just instinctively haven't been checking because I got my shiny one. Well, shit, now I'm stuck already. That didn't last long at all. What a funny Pokemon to be stuck on. That literally did not last long at all. Let's see how many I ended up with at least. 128. Fuck, man. Okay, while I wait for like a swarm that I actually properly need, I have plenty of there's certain Pokemon that I just won't need any more of. I feel like all the way to 280. Maybe I'm just coped, but I'm down to just go Signal. I'm on Charm, so let me go Signal Encounter Hunt up here while I can, you know? And just go ahead and we'll pop some Expert Lures. Wait until a good swarm appears, like a Stantler or something that I need, and just see what happens. When are you going to open Mysterious Balls? Never again. I actually mentioned it last. I'll have the stream recap go up in a second, but I mentioned it last stream. I'm no longer opening any more Mysterious Balls ever at all. I feel like shinies from mysterious balls are just not as valuable as other shinies due to a lot of reasons. And I've already explained it, but I'm never going to open any more. Any more mysterious balls that I buy are going to be investments. And you guys can like copium or like kappa me. Doubt it. Yeah, I have pretty good like stern. If I've decided, I've decided, you know, and I feel like I'm not going to open anymore. What lore are you using right now, Pat? I use expert lures whenever I'm single encounter hunting at all. I do expert lures or anything like normal lures, pretty much whenever possible. It's so worth. I made a video a while back testing lures. I think it's called like I tested lures so you don't have to, back when lures were released, and it costs around 15k Pokeyen per hour to pop expert lures. It's like pretty freaking cheap. And the effect is really solid. Versus like premium lures. Back when I tested, premium lures were like 600,000 Poke an hour to pop. It was ridiculous. Now it's probably like 300 to 400k per hour, which is still ridiculous. And then I don't know how much. I would love to. I should probably test legendary lures. I don't know if I ever did like a full like math test on them because they're newish. But legendary lures and premium lures are generally just like way too expensive. The effects are good, but they're just so disgustingly expensive. It's not worth it in my opinion. But expert lures and stuff should always be used, almost always. If you get a shiny this stream, can we fully be allowed to tell you streamer luck? If I get another shiny before the Christmas event ends, below like 10k encounters, yeah, that's streamer luck, true and real. Hey Pat, are you shunting right now? I'm doing a mixture of shunting and hunting for Articuno. This is a solid spot to go for Articuno. Actually, I do want to head over to Berry Forest. Dude, who fucking saw? I couldn't believe it, man. Karoshi got themselves a shiny Munchlax from Berry Forest. Dude, it was unbelievable. So for those who don't know, Munchlax is a lore-only encounter there. 5% chance to encounter. 5% chance to encounter in Berry Forest, and got themselves a lore shiny. It's such a good shiny, dude. Munchlax's nuts are so underrated. I might head over to Berry Forest here in a sec. Bory Forest, to just play the. It's just so fun. It's so inspiring, you know. And I went there for a bit. Also, I forgot. Dude, Execute is also in Berry Forest, which is so good. So you can go there. Execute's it's a single encounter hunt. You could go there and single encounter for Execute. It's a pretty good way to shunt it in Berry Forest. One of the best, honestly. Then also go for like Munchlax and yeah, Execute. It's kind of not bad. Okay, I really appreciate this donation, Just Coon, but what I will say is I draw the line at OT shinies. I will be sending this back to you in a split second. I really appreciate the offer. I'm sorry, man. I do not. That's like where I will never keep someone's OT shiny. I'm so sorry. I really appreciate it, but I can't. It's too valuable, man. I'm not going to be taking that, but I appreciate it. Idea for Pokedex, search Mons by location. Isn't that something called like the Pokenav? If we had something like that in Pokemon, like be able to like bring up a list of all the Pokemon in the grass you're in, or like in the general area, or even like the cool way to do it is you can't see what's on the Pokenav until you've encountered it at least once, and that's kind of cool. So you have to like go around and like complete your Pokenav by getting like every encounter at every route. I think that's really fun and really cool. Some sort of mechanic like that in game would be really fun and helpful. Like it would just be so good. Yeah, having some sort of mechanic, some sort of Pokenav type thing to show you the spawns and encounters in a specific route or area. Yeah, it would be super helpful, Don. It's a good suggestion. Do you have more single encounter or horde shinies? By tremendously far, horde shinies. I've still done a fair amount of single encounter shiny hunting, but I had this issue for a long time where I would do like 60 to 80,000 encounters of like single encounter shunting, and then I would go do I would like desperately need a break, so I would go do ×5 hordes for like 1 to 2k encounters to like XP train or EV train or just like shunts, and I would always immediately get a shiny. That happened with Pelipper. It happened with some other shiny. I'm trying to think. It happened with Pelipper. It happened with Muck, like 80k dry. It happened with a couple different things. Really unfortunately, so like there was a situation where like before Solrock was my last. What was my last? I guess also I have like weird shinies that aren't technically single encounters but are pretty like nice. Like obviously the mysterious Great Ball Stantler, the catch event one Spinnerack. Like I have some weird shinies as well that are technically not single but kind of. It's just, you know, it's hard to classify stuff, but I've definitely done more. Hordes are just so fast, like it's ridiculous for sure. What's your button setups? I like this question. I use WASD and then Z and X. It's kind of weird, but I've used it for like 10 years, so I'm just used to folding my thumb under my hand like that. But it does cause cramping during like egg hunting, egg breeding. So I make do. And then for like my keybinds, I do F1 and F2 because I use 1 and 2 for stopping and starting recording clips. And then F1, F2, 3, 4. I think it's 3 and 4, and then I don't think this is 5. I'm not sure if this is 5 or not. I think I use E and Q. Yeah, I think it's F1, F2, 3, 4, Q, E, might be 5, I'm not sure. And then F3, F4, and F. I choose a match repel on accident. Fuck. There's been 3 Glaceon swarms in a row. That's actually really funny. There was Glaceon Johto, Glaceon Unova, and then Glaceon Kanto, all back to back to back. Shiny Deino or Krook? I'm a Deino guy. I think like Shiny Hydreigon and Deino and Zweilous are way better. I'm just not a huge... I respect Shiny Krook and I get why people like it, but it's not for me. My simple take. How many prismatic pearls do you need to give your OT Shiny the hidden ability? I think it's 3 prismatic pearls for to give a Shiny hidden ability. I think it's 1 for non-shinies, but I think it's 3 for shinies if I'm not mistaken. Dude, it is December 29th now. I need to seriously start compiling all of the shiny reactions from my Discord, from the Discord chat that people made for the video, so I could do like a community shiny montage at the end of December. That'll be cool. And I need to also compile my own 2023 all shiny reactions, which is, I'm really happy that I added a shiny reaction to the end, dude. The fucking Stantler. I've gotten a couple shinies in December, I feel like. At least Solrock felt like December. I don't know if it actually was, but Solrock and Stantler added towards the end of 2023 to the yearly reaction. I'm so glad you brought this up. I wish so bad that I could pay someone yen to clean my boxes for me. I don't know how viable a service like this is. A service like this would need such insane vouchers and like game knowledge and understanding, but I love the idea. Imagine if there was someone who was like, yeah, you know, I'm really good at, like, imagine like a full-time price checker and full-time seller. He was like, yeah, send me all your Pokemon. And like, he takes screenshots of everything or whatever. Send me all your Pokemon. I'll sell them and I'll list them all for you. And then I'll just keep like 10 or 20% or some shit of all the sales. So all he does is just like price check and sell them for you. Just like mail off all your mons to him. And then he like sells them all for you. A broker? Yeah, we need like Pokemon brokers. Actually a good idea. Unironic, like it would save later game players so much time. But it's such a hard thing to like navigate and to actually like have control over. But like someone who just like sells everything for you. It's almost like a commissioner. What's the word? There's some like word for it. Consigner? I think it's a consigner, basically. He would just like sell everything for you and then keep like 20% of the profits or some shit. And I'd be totally okay with that. It's like an auction fee on eBay or some shit. Yeah, you'd have to be really trusted. And then not only that, like getting trusted people would be fine. You have to be like super trusted, but also just like really, really good at price checking. There's a lot of things you need. You have to be really good at price checking, have a lot of Pokeyen, have a lot of box space. There's so many things. It'd be a really, really hard thing to be possible, but it's a really interesting idea, I think I have done it. How's the Articuno hunt so far, Pat? I think I've done around 5,000 or 6,000 encounters for Articuno, like specifically singles and stuff, and I haven't really seen it yet. But once again, we don't know if that's, I don't think it's even dry yet. Like the legendary rate is somewhere between 1 out of 2K and 1 out of 8K. So it's very possible I'm not even dry yet. And I've been pretty lucky on my legendaries overall. So like, I don't know, it makes sense. Like, I'm not worried about it. Like, I just hope I get it before the end of December. But if not, I mean, not the end of the world. Someone brought up chicken soup because I'm sick, and I have another fucked up food take I can share. You know how on Campbell's chicken noodle soup, you're supposed to like add 2 cups of water? It's like the most condensed, saltiest shit ever. You're supposed to add 2 cups of water. I absolutely do not do that. I just drink that shit with no water added. It's so much better. It's so much tastier. There's so much more flavor, and it's just like the saltiest, most flavorful thing you'll ever have. Just like Campbell's chicken noodle soup with no water added. It's so good. I feel like a bad person for capturing all these swarm mons and then giving them to the elf bots. Like, what are they doing with them? Why does Santa need millions? That's a good question, huh? Are we? I mean, yeah, I think we're consuming them and turning them in for materialistic desires. Yeah, based. Your brain. How many mysterious Pokeballs have you invested in, Pat? So far, I have 366 Great Balls, 50 Pokeballs, 10 Premiers, and 15 Ultras. I plan to go a lot. I think Great Balls are my favorite. I plan to go a lot harder into them. Speaking of, let's go ahead and just check the market and buy whatever is cheap, but they are kind of going up in price. People are probably all, you know, they see me on stream, they probably also want to buy, probably also want to get some, so it's bound to happen. If Pokeballs are at this price, though, I'll go ahead and yoink some of these for... Because if Great Balls are 8k, you might as well get those, but if these are, you know, around that price as well, you might as well, sort of situation. So like if Great Balls are 16k and these are 8k, you know, that's like a, you know, because like these are 1 out of 8k rate versus Great Balls being 1 out of 4k, but the time save from Great Balls is really nice, so you want to keep that in mind. I prefer to go Great Balls over Pokeballs when possible, but if these are 8k as well, it's still a pretty solid price to get them at, and these are just so cheap, you could like really stock up on so many of these before it gets expensive, you know? I feel like, and I talked about this in more detail yesterday on the stream and on the stream recap, but I had to really sit down and think about it because my original position was I don't know what will happen in the future to these. I don't know what will happen in the future. Oh, these are so cheap, actually. Wow. I didn't know what would happen in the future to this sort of sealed product. We've never seen this kind of sealed product before. But the more I thought about it, and I've said this already, but the more I thought about this sealed product, I think it might be one of the best sealed products to invest in all time of PokeMMO. Because the way I explained it is, it's such a massive, massive whale product. And what I mean by that is that gives you straight dopamine, okay? So what I mean, I just spent like so much Pokeyen. So these are so cheap. So what I mean by that is like, there's going to be players in the future, like a year or two from now, who have a bad day at work or have a bad day in general, like for whatever reason. And there's going to be players who come home and want to swipe their credit card and just make themselves feel better and sort of make their day a little better. And the way they're going to do that is they're going to swipe their credit card, they're going to buy Pokeballs and just try to like get a quick shiny. Like, I feel like these will be abused in the future by whales. But if you don't know what a whale is someone in a video game who spends a shit ton of money. Like, most microtransaction games make most of their money off of like a handful of players that just spends like tens of thousands a year. I'm sure a lot of people know that, but yeah. I feel like there are going to be players who just come home from work or come home from a tough day and just want to get that dopamine hit and want to like earn something in game that they really, really care about, and they'll just swipe their credit card and gamble. Now, is that a good thing? Obviously, I don't think so, but I'm still going to try to take advantage of it while, like, if I can, to make, you know, Pokemon. Like, if the system's going to be in place anyway, I might as well try to use it, because otherwise, if I don't use it, other people will, and I'll just get behind. So it's unfortunate, but what are you going to do? Let me run the math on the Premier Ball, because I think I don't know if I've run like proper math on this guy. So the shiny rate's 1 out of 4k, right? Let's get our calculator up. The shiny rate for it's 1 out of 4k, okay? But let's get this situated here. Why not? 1 out of 4k. Now, how can we, if we lower that with charm, you minus 400 encounters, you go to 4,000 minus 400, pretty obvious, 3,600, right? Now you do this times 0.10. So this is charm plus dono, lowering Premier Ball to the lowest rate possible. So 3,600 minus 360, 3,240. So the lowest you can lower a Shalpha hunt. The cool thing with Premier Balls is these are Shalphas. These are alpha Pokemon that come out of them. So you can shunt for a Shalpha. So if you're paying, if it's the rate for a Shalpha becomes 3,240, the average Shalpha hunt, for those who don't know, is usually around 1 to 2 billion Pokeyen. 1 to 2 billion Pokemon for the average Shalpha hunt. But if you take this, and it's like 2,000 to 4,000 hours to do all the eggs and everything, it's ridiculous. You take this, multiply this by, let's do 330. This is the average cost. So right now, Premier Balls would cost you around 1 billion Pokeyen. A ridiculous, ludicrous amount of Pokeyen to the average player. But for certain whales and certain players who made a shit ton of money off of like older vanity investments, it's possible. Not many people have like 1 billion pure cash. It's usually like in investments and stuff. But I think Premier Balls are kind of interesting. Kind of worth, yeah. The time save, the fact that they save as much time as they do, I kind of want to buy all these. The fact that they save as much time as they do, and you could get a Shalpha, it's so insane. It's so insane. How to get mysterious Pokeballs in game without the GTL? Mysterious Pokeballs come into the game via the event. So turning in swarm Pokemon, going for lost presents, essentially just playing the Christmas event is how you bring in them. They'll only be brought in during the game. Once the event is over, it's a limited product. Once the event is over, the amount of mysterious balls that are in the game are going to be the ones in the game, and that's it. That'll be like that'll be that amount until like next year's event with a different set of Pokemon spawns. I probably don't need any more Glaceon swarms, but at the same time, I mean, it's a way to shiny check Eevee. So like, worst case scenario, it probably is worth for me to go like shiny check them and run, but I'll probably go quick ball some or catch some. I've only ever not been able to get into one game. I am a very stubborn, very patient, like old school MMO player. There's a bunch of games that people will say are hard to get into, and I've always been able to like weave my way into them with good time and patience, like 50, 100 hours, whatever. The only game, the one video game that I've ever had I could not get into, and I could not, like, I felt way too behind, and I just couldn't do it. It was too much to learn, and I didn't know what to do, was EVE Online. That game is so built different. That game is built so wildly differently. I could not get in. I tried to like mine ores and farm and stuff, and I feel like you have to play that game in like a clan or a team or a guild or whatever it is as well. That was the one game I failed to break my way into. Do you ever lose motivation while shunting? That's a big problem of mine when I shiny hunt. Dude, I mean, everybody's felt that. Even if you've shiny hunted for like fucking 2 hours, you've probably felt that, right? Like 100%. I feel like I talked about this earlier, like RuneScape really taught me how to grind through that and how to push through that. One of the biggest, okay, this is a very meme piece of advice, but it's super fucking true. If you are demotivated while shiny hunting, one of the most powerful things you can do is just multitask and try to forget that you're shiny hunting to push through that period, and then the motivation will return. Motivation is an emotion that is largely out of our control. Motivation usually just comes in like waves, and you try to ride those waves and use them while you have them and push through them when you don't. It's once again very comparable to like going to the gym. Like some days going to the gym feels really fucking good and you're really excited, blah blah blah, but some days you really don't want to, but you still have to. And then like getting through those days is so important. The same way, it's dumb as it is, getting through like days where you don't want to shiny hunt is so important. If you have serious, obviously if you're a casual player, ignore everything I'm saying. This is mostly only like geared towards like very serious, like hardcore dedicated players. I know a lot of people are gonna say like, oh, like, but if you don't want to shunt, simply don't shunt. It's just that easy. But that's like, it's just not that simple. It's more complicated than that. If people have goals that they really care about and really want to go for, you do want to encourage them to go for them. Obviously, if it's like breaking your mental, obviously take a break. Obviously, go play a different game. Obviously, go touch grass, something else. But like, it's a way more complicated conversation than like, oh, just do what you want at all times in life. You know. Discipline is constant, motivation's temporary. Yeah, like it's really important. I like during my Cranidos hunt, like during the speech right before I gave a speech accidentally right before I got shiny Cranidos, and a huge part of that speech was like, just because you're not enjoying something at the moment doesn't mean you should stop doing it, and doesn't mean that like you don't like what you're doing in an overarching sense. Like just because I am not enjoying like cardio day doesn't mean I should stop doing it. It doesn't mean I should like go take a break and like lay off it, like because I have those goals. Like even if I don't like the in the moment activity, it doesn't mean that I don't like the outcome, or it doesn't mean I don't like the goals and like the mental state that it puts me in. Like it's really important to push through sometimes when you don't want to do something. Not always, and like for some people, like games are just fun. Once again, I know a lot of people in the comments say, oh, but it's a game, like you shouldn't do that. For some people, they want to do that, that's cool. If you don't want to, that's totally fine. Like I'm talking in a very, very broad sense. Just understand who I'm talking to and understand your audience. If this feels like it doesn't apply to you, it probably doesn't. Don't take what I think a lot of people like take what I'm saying as like it always applies to them. What's a good example of that? It's kind of like, imagine if a fitness like guy, like a fitness trainer, was like, hey man, everybody should do like an hour of cardio every day. And then someone in the comments was like, well, hey, my legs don't work. That's not really fair to me. And it's like, okay, obviously he's not talking to you. You know, like it's important to understand, like if you don't take PokeMMO that seriously, if you're a pretty casual player, if you want to come home like after work and relax, feel free to like ignore like certain pieces of advice that I give. Like just take the advice that helps you, and ignore the pieces that don't really fit your needs is a really good little thing to keep in mind. Dude, Bellotto 100%. I'm finding every trainer I skipped doing these swarms. One of the most embarrassing things on stream is when I'm like going to a swarm or something and I run into a trainer on like route 1 that I skipped over, and now I have to fight their level 7 per ugly for the first time. This is actually a good question. So if I understand you correctly, Ace, I think you're asking like what's the best IV to stop at on a Pokemon breed to make the most profit, I assume, right? from what I notice, usually stopping at like 3 times 31 will net you the most. 2 times 31 in a lot of situations, 2 times or 3 times 31 is usually the best place that I've seen to stop your breed to make the most amount of profit. If you get a 2 times 31 breed and it comes out with a correct nature, always stop. Nature is so good on 2 times 31 breeds. Like if you have like yes, Rumel's fucking nailing it, spot on. Here's exactly what I'm gonna say. If you breed like a Gibble with 31 attack with like a Ditto with 31 speed, and that thing comes out like Jolly or Adamant, just stop and sell. The profit on that is unbelievable. If you breed that together, usually you'll make like 5 to 8k profit without the right nature. But if you randomly roll a nature, you make like 60 to 80k. The profit increase is insane on those nature rolls on breeds. Okay, the issue is right now, Ace, you said, because I'm breeding my Pokemon I got from Mysterious Ball, so I'm trying to sell. The issue is right now, the IV economy is just really, really bad because nobody's buying good IV Pokemon. Everybody's just shiny hunting and or playing the event. Like nobody's like breeding. No one's like really breeding right now for them, unless they're like breeding shittos for a shiny. Like no one's really breeding right now that much. There's a lot of things that are just super, super cheap. Like what's a 2 times 31? Let me do like 2 times 31, like Monster Mail. This is notoriously like a pretty expensive Pokemon. Like 20k? Like that is unbelievable. This is like record lows. That is insane. This is normally like 40 to 45k outside of the event, like literally halved in price because so many people are catching Pokemon. So many good IV Pokemon are coming into the game, but not enough are being brought out right now. But that will adjust months and months. Like I'm so curious to see how the economy reacts post this event. It's going to be so interesting. Mysterious Great Balls are on the rise, fellas. 17k minimum for this year's. Yeah, I was about to go do the Swinub Horde Swarm, whatever. I literally have so many. I'm fine, dude. I have like 13 Swinubs. Now, obviously, I could get more, but like, someone's gonna pop Charm. I'd rather just go. I'm gonna go just. I have so many Swarm Pokemon stocked up. I am just going to head over to Kanto and shiny hunt for Articuno or go for Articuno or whatever. I want to start working on that pretty seriously before the the month is almost over. And then yeah, I'm just waiting for Stantlers. Once I get a Stantlers, I'm gonna go do that. But until then, I'm gonna hunt for Articuno. This is the perfect opportunity to head over to Berry Forest, exactly where Karoshi got their shiny Munchlax. I'm gonna start popping normal lures here. That should be, because that allows me to do less lore, like be locked into less lore steps, and that will allow me to go do any swarms that the only swarm I need is Stantler, to be fair. Okay, I'm gonna drop some takes. This is not financial advice. This is just my opinion. Please, if you make money off of this, that's your responsibility. If you lose money, it's your responsibility. Someone said, what should I invest into? In my opinion, some of the items that stick out to me that are worth investing into in this event are pretty much any of the mystery balls. I think all the sealed product is almost always safe. Sealed product is super, super good, especially this sealed product, in my opinion. And then other than sealed product, I think the Fairy Elf Bot hat is insane. The fact that it's essentially just a pink Santa hat is so good. I think this is a very, very strong investment. I think, what are boxing gloves at? Boxing gloves are interesting. I don't know if they're already doing. I don't know if I see them being a good investment. I like the item a lot, but I don't really see it being investment worthy. You could just go ahead and pick up, like I've said before, picking up good IV Pokemon right now during the event is a super underrated short-term investment, like short-term being 3 to 6 months. When I talk about investments, generally, the normal and minimum investment time is 2 years. If you aren't willing to hold on to an item for 2 years before selling it, I don't recommend even making That's not investing at that point. You're just flipping. Don't make investments if you're not going to be playing this game in 2 to 3 years, right? But there are such things as short-term investments as well, which are like the seasonal stuff sometimes, the Flaming Motorcycle, or good IV Pokemon in certain markets, or rare candies at certain times. A lot of stuff like that. I think the main thing that I would say is like Mysterious Balls and the pink hat. The fairy hat's really good. I'm sure there's stuff I'm missing. But those are the ones that really strongly come to mind in my opinion. Premier Balls could be insane. I think Premier Balls, if you have the money, it's such a coin flip though. Premier Balls are really risky is what I would say. But they could become an insane investment, but it's so coin flip. It's so much to put in. That's so cheap. It's so much money to put in and it's so coin flippy, so be careful. What are you gonna be doing with the 31 IV hidden ability mons from the mysterious balls? I'm just holding on to them and putting them in alt accounts and stuff for storage for now. Right now the IV market is so goddamn low, it's such a waste to just sell them. Now it might take months and months for them to like raise back up. Like the economy is gonna take a long time to recover from this event. I'll be full. It's kind of insane. I've compared this event. It's pretty a brutal analogy, I'll warn you now. But I've compared this event to like taking drugs, kind of. To like, it's really fun, short-term fun at the moment, but I really worry about the long-term consequences and how this will affect the game like in the long run, and like whether it'll be worth it or not. That's like a really tough thing that we don't know yet. But yeah. Are the mysterious items absolutely trash after the event ends because you missed the 20%? Not at all. The mysterious balls don't actually even gain the bonus of the holiday 20%. The mysterious balls are only affected by shiny charm and donator status already. And their rate is super low, so they'll be like really good after the event. They are, if anything, they just become better after the event because it's the only way to get a fast shiny. And what's it called? Like, there's only going to be the supply that's in the game is the supply, and that's it. Yeah, once again. Do you think mysterious balls will return next Christmas? I would be surprised if they went to the time and effort to like develop mysterious balls and only had them around for one event. I kind of do think mysterious balls will return next Christmas, yes. That is a total speculation. We have no idea what will happen with that. Please don't take that as fact. I'm just a player, one player speculating. I would guess they do return. Now, I'm hoping / would guess that the holiday boost does not return. I hope. But we'll have to see about that. But I think mysterious balls probably will return. They've already put the effort into developing them and stuff. That'll probably be the new sealed product from now on. Good question. Yeah, I do think if you haven't started the Wishing Stone grind and you want to go for it, you got to start now. I think this is like, if you delay, yeah, like you've got to start now. It's going to be a really tough grind already. There's some things you have to get stuck on and wait for, but yeah, if you want the Wishing Stone, you better get started right now. If you get started on the Wishing Stone grind with less than 3 days left on the timer, I don't know if you can complete it in time. Some people may be able to, but I don't know if you could. That sounds really, really hard. Wait, I didn't even notice. I was alt-tabbed and I got Articuno. Hell yeah. Okay, cool. Dude, I was linking someone a video. That's so funny. I was Pat, yeah, everyone's like, Pat, look, he didn't even notice. Yeah, dude, I was alt-tabbing, linking someone a video. That's so funny. Finally, the Articuno, dude. Nice. Whew, it's been, dude, man, it took me a while. It was like 6,000 encounters or something like that. It wasn't that crazy. Believers get the points today, which is nice. Hope it doesn't struggle now. So, number one tip. I've seen so many people losing Articuno to struggle. Guys, just spore it. Spore it to the goddamn, for the whole fight. If it ever wakes up, just respore it. You should not be losing this thing to, please don't, this would be a little scary. The air slash could cause problems. But yeah, you should always be sporing it. Like, spore is just keep it asleep. Does it have pressure? It has pressure, doesn't it? So that's gonna be a pain. So have Leppas on you, make sure you bring Leppas and spore it. And you should be pretty safe, but I ran a spore on my catch. Yeah, make sure you have Leppas and stuff. Dream Balls are your friend, yeah. I almost want to start going for sub, just because this air slash is actually going to obliterate me, which sucks. We have to start popping revives, hilariously. Because of the air slash is a little scary, but pressure plus roost, yeah, you should be able to safely catch it. Let's see. I think I go for, how much damage is the air slash doing? 47. I'm in crit range. I'm gonna go for sub here. This is a little riskier on the PP side of things, but safer on the HP side and stuff. And if it stays asleep, yep, perfect. Now I can Dream Ball. Perfect situation for me. Perfect. It knows Roost? Yeah, but you should be able to, like, if Roost is fine. You do so much damage to it so fast. Should be a pretty, now I can Dream Ball again. This should be a really, really safe encounter. I'm gonna go ahead and see you guys when I finally do catch it. There we go. There's the catch, fellas. It took a long time, a couple turns, but like turns. But if you play it smart and you spore it over and over again. I had to Leppa to regain my spore PP. Timid Nature is really good, right? Timid Nature is pretty good, I'm pretty sure. Timid Nature is solid. I'll fix the IVs at some point with the elemental orbs once they're cheaper and such. There you go. There's the Articuno done with, fellas. That's such a relief. I really like collecting the legendaries. Like I want the first rotation of each legendary, if that makes sense. And then like once I get one of each legendary during its first month of release, I'll never hunt them ever again. Like I'm never gonna hunt like duplicate Raikus, duplicate Suicuns, etc. If I get them on accident, sure. But it's for like collector purposes. I really just want, it's almost like collecting like first release or like base set legendaries, like to me, hilariously. It doesn't really matter. It's just for like a fun accomplishment collection thing. So awesome. There's the Articuno, Pod, Petrowski OT. Nice. And I'll forever always be able to look back and say this was caught in December, the first month of its release, which is really cool to me. That is one big serious goal completed for the Xmas event, which is really exciting. Now I just need to get a Stantler swarm so I can continue the Wishing Stone grind, and then maybe after that, like after I'm done Wishing Stone, done legendary, after that it's pretty much just shiny hunt for fun and like make investments. Those are the two things after that left. That actually might be worth doing, JDB Tree. Shiny Pawniard catch event in 8 minutes. That hilariously might actually like be turbo worth doing. Pat, do you think it's worth going for the Alpha Delibird? I know very little about the Alpha. From my understanding, someone correct me, is the Alpha Delibird the prize for hunting all the lost presents and stuff? That would be my guess. And in my opinion, no. The reason being, the only reason you would go for the Delibird would be for collection purposes. So if you want like but even then, the issue is, okay, you'd specifically have to want a wild caught Alpha Delibird. Other than that, like you could just, they're probably going to be expensive to be fair, but you could just buy one off the GTL. The issue with like trying to go for specific alphas, they're not even expensive. They're 40k. You can just buy one of these and rebreed it, and as long as you have a normal Delibird in your Pokedex, it'll come out your OT. You can fudge OTs on alpha Pokemon, which is why, which is why the alpha Pokedex is not really like a hunted thing, because it's just a Pokeyen cost. That's all it is. Like for the alpha Pokedex, all you have to do is buy everything and breed it once with another alpha, and then bam, you completed the dex, and that's it. It's just a money consumption thing. Oh shit, I just realized I don't have to single encounter hunt anymore in Kanto. Dude, I can leave Kanto. Holy shit. All I have to do now, oh, that's so good. I have to wait for a Stantler swarm, and I can just shiny hunt wherever I want to. That's a great feeling. Okay, hilariously, I am gonna go do this catch event. I'm doing a catch event during the Christmas event, which is very, very funny. While I wait for that Stantler swarm. If a Stantler swarm pops up, I'll go do it. But other than that, let me go ahead and get a Pawniard. This is a Pawniard catch event. Nice, that's a really good encounter. With the prize being a shiny Pawniard, which if you don't know, Pawniard's a single encounter shiny hunt. So winning a like competitive ready single encounter shiny is like very, very good. That's a very, very good catch event prize reward. So we're gonna go for this for sure. I'm so stupid. I caught my Pawniard early. I was supposed to just prep the catch. Okay, thankfully it was dog shit anyway. Dude, I came here to prep a catch, and I'm so used to catching mons and like swarms and stuff. I just instinctively, that was such a funny mistake. Okay, let's find another Pawniard before the event starts in 2 minutes. Okay, I'm the luckiest streamer alive. 2 Pawniard encounters in like less than a minute. Okay, I'm back. I got leftover Chinese food, just a little bit. And I'm ready to start the catch event, okay? So let's go ahead and throw our first Pokeball, our first catch out of Pawniard. See what the IVs are. Ready to win the catch event off this first catch. True and real, fellas. Easy peasy. Show me a 79 total IV is my guess. Let me see. Backwards, 97. Kind of close. Is the shiny you win OT, like from the catch event? No, it is not. It ends up being like Squirtle. Like I have this one. I have one from, this is Squirtle OT. This was one from a catch event. Yeah, I'm going to go heal really quick and go buy some more Great Balls and Ultra Balls, because I'm super low on those. I don't need a lot of each, but I'll buy like 100 Great Balls and like Ultra Balls. I buy really 100 of these, 93. Myself at 100. Yeah, that's fine. There we go. Driftveil swarms are bugged? Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, I came to this Driftveil swarm, Snover swarm, and I literally couldn't find any Pokemon. People are saying Driftveil swarms are bugged. Huh. Okay, good to know. So, if you've had that same issue, just ignore Driftveil city swarms. Good to know. Ooh, a 2x31. That's kind of cool. A little 2x31 catch. Cool. All right, 5 minutes left in the catch event. There's a 102. Nothing for me worth submitting for this event. I'm gonna go heal up really quick and see if I can get anything last minute. The Spinnerack was last minute when I won that event. All right, that is the end of the event. So this Liepard catch will not count. I'll probably just run from it. I don't really need another Liepard. But I don't have anything to submit, so nothing super exciting for me. But good luck to everybody who participated in the Pawniard event. If you have a submission, good luck to you. Let's go back to farming swarms. Let's clean our boxes really quick as well. Let me take all these. Let me sort for... I don't think there was any noted stats. I think it was all like anything that was worth keeping has a 1x31. So I'm going to put these. This is actually pretty easy to sort. Kind of. And just go ahead and I'm going to straight up release all of these. I'm so sorry. I know it's going to hurt some people to see. 3 Mons. Oh, this is kind of cool. 3 high IV. Wait, this is a new... Wow, release 120 plus is considered high IV. It's kind of funny. Interesting. I would not consider 120. That's cool. That's a good thing to have. Like, might as well have the extra confirmation. Like, you have to wait an extra second. It's super worth it. Nice. That's a really cool new function to see. Now I can release this probably. Doesn't need that. Yeah. Yep. Okay, cool. Perfect, fellas. Good update. Yeah, thanks, Guadu. Fuck, thank you, Guadu, for creating that update. Not wrong. Literally not wrong at all. So now I can switch this box back over. Now I have all my swarm mons sorted. Perfect. Is there a reliable way to recruit people for a team? That's a really good question. So I co-led a team back in like 2014, 2015, something like that. I co-led a team called 8-Bit Heroes, EBH. Really cool team. Loved it very much. The main way that I recruited players back then was I would either whisper or talk in normal chat and like message people who were just like shiny hunting around me in game. Like just talk to like random people in game who were like doing similar activities and like I grinding a lot and like talk about, you know, ask them what's up, like ask them how they're doing, like what are they, you know, good luck, like stuff like that. Going into Discords, like now we have access. I didn't could do this, but I mean back then you would go into TeamSpeak, but nowadays you have access to Discord to search out new members. Don't be cringy about it. The main way is just like you have to have social skills. Like you have to have good social skills to be able to like recruit people because you want to basically just like talk to them as a friend, just like talk to them as a normal person and like ask them what's up, ask about their day and stuff and their shunt. Be interested in their gameplay and then like slowly kind of wean into like, hey, like are you in a team? Like are you interested or whatever? What else? TeamSpeak, aka Discord nowadays. Forum posts and forums are the PokeMMO forums are great. And then yeah, those are the main ways. In-game whispers around people who are farming around you, forums, and then Discord/TeamSpeak. This guy's name is GyattyChungus. Come on, dude. With only Gen 1 through 5 being in the game, I imagine dragons are OP, but I think I saw your video and somewhere they took Outrage out, so I guess that makes it balance a little. So dragons are what I would call and I'm not a PvP expert, so feel free to disagree. Like maybe I'm wrong, you know, what do I know? I would say dragons are strong in PokeMMO, but I would argue they aren't. The typing isn't broken. The reason being, it's not just because of the Outrage nerf. Outrage is in the game, it's just heavily nerfed. If you get examples, like let's bring up like Dragonite, or let's bring up like Garchomp and stuff. So dragons are worse in PokeMMO for a lot of reasons. Those custom balancing changes. So number one, Garchomp can't learn Swords Dance. Pretty much everybody knows that at this point. Garchomp not being able to learn Swords Dance really gets rid of one of his most broken sets and controls him a shit ton. Now, even with that, he's still like usually the most played or like one of the most powerful Pokemon in OU. Scizor has been able to overtake him as of recently. So yeah, Garchomp can't learn Swords Dance. For years and years and years, Hydreigon couldn't learn Draco Meteor, which was a big deal, but they ended up actually giving him back Draco Meteor recently because Assault Vest is in the game. The issue with like, you cannot compare, you absolutely cannot compare PokeMMO balancing to Gen 5. They are just way too different because we do have some Gen 6 items. We have some Gen 9 balancing changes with the Roost and PP nerfs and with Shell Smash Torterra and Roost and Polion and stuff like that. With like Gengar not having access to Levitate, with Weather not being infinite the way it was in Gen 5. There's so many. PokeMMO is such an unbelievably custom Pokemon experience that it's just its own game with the teleport buff that we have, like sharpness delayed. You cannot compare PokeMMO to any other generation of Pokemon in terms of PvP. It is just its own gen. It's its own balance. It's its own meta. There's way too many custom changes that make things impossible to compare. So I think dragons are in a really balanced state within the PokeMMO metagame, and there's a lot of reasons to why that is, and hopefully some of what I said adds some context and explains a little bit. Do you think the stone will remain untradeable? The wishing stone? Absolutely. I can't imagine them making people grind for it and then all of a sudden making it tradable. That seems like a super shit troll from the devs. Yeah, I think it'll 100% stay untradeable. So if you want to go for like Jirachi or whatever it is that it unlocks in the future, you better get it now. You probably need to start like probably need to start the grind ASAP. What do you think they're working on right now? I've talked about this a lot in the past, but my biggest speculation, what I think the devs are probably working on and probably trying to add to the game is probably something like raids or dungeons. I think it's the #1 update they could add to the game that would benefit the player base the most. Now, I don't personally really need or want raids or dungeons. Raids or dungeons is just, it'd be so, but it doesn't mean it's not good for the game. It'd be great. It's probably the best update for the game. A lot of people need some sort of endgame raid or endgame PVM content to go to after completing all the regions. The biggest problem is in PokeMMO is that a lot of people finish the storylines and then don't know what to do. It's kind of comparable to Minecraft prior to the Ender Dragon, right? Once you get diamonds, what's left, right? A lot of people need that Ender Dragon. A lot of people need that raid in World of Warcraft or that, raid in RuneScape. For, it's like, you need some sort of endgame PVM challenge for a lot of people. I don't feel like I need that if you're able to make your own goals and make your own creative content. I think PokeMMO is the best sandbox Pokemon game, but some people need a little more direction. Yeah, I don't think the Wishing Stone will be used for raids. I think it'll probably be like Jirachi or something else. I think that raids, I think they're not ready. Like raids/dungeons probably just aren't ready mechanically or aren't ready in terms of development. I feel like they'll try to drop them in like summer. Maybe with like the 12th anniversary event or whatever. I feel like they'll try to make it a summer drop, which is one of the biggest population times for PokeMMO. Let's go do a PC check, fellas, and see how many Swarm Mons do I have stocked up at this point? Almost 3 boxes. Like, I have almost 180 Swarm Pokemon stored. Yeah, damn, dude. I just need a Stantler to be able to continue my little streak. I need to go buy some quick balls too. So let's heal up and go do that in Unova. Over to the shopping mall in Unova we go. I get these questions a lot, like where do I buy Pokeballs? And I pretty much go to the shopping mall in Unova, which is on Route 9 over here, to buy like anything in game. Any like item that you can't buy off the GTL, like quick balls and stuff, are fantastic to come here and get. So I'm gonna go ahead and get like 86, I guess. Get to like 100 maybe. That'd be 103k. I'm even down to do more actually. 96 get me 110. Sure, I'll take it. Yoink. My stack now. I just bought a stack of 90 Great Balls. Of course it's... I'll pick over the mail. 90 Great Balls for like... I don't even know. It was like over 1 million Pokemon I just spent really quick. Just straight up yoinked on a stack of Reno. 6 Great Balls there. 90 there. Huge. Let's check the new stack, fellas. I want to get to 500 on this for sure. Maybe 300 on this. We'll see. This feels like a cheap Premier Ball. I'll buy 2 more and get up to like 20 of those. Yeah, at this point, I'm pretty much just waiting for a Stantler Swarm. I have so many Pokemon stored up, but I can't really continue. I'll buy that for 300k, sure. That's the last Premier Ball I'm going to buy. At this point, I'm just waiting for a Stantler Swarm making investments. That's the last Premier Ball I'll probably buy. 20 Premiers, 300-ish Pokeballs. I want to go for 500 Greats for sure. I'm pretty happy with these I think this is, once again, I think this is a pretty damn good event to invest into. Resealed product. Just my opinion, not financial advice. Okay, I should bought a stack of 47. That was a good buy here. That might actually... I might chill there for a bit. I'm at around 5 mil Pokemon left, which is solid. 534 Great Balls, 383 Pokeballs, 20 Premiers, 50 Ultras. I'll keep these stacked at this amount and then slowly build this up a little more maybe. But I'm pretty happy with that for the time being. I'm just mesmerized over the number and seeing all the Pokemon being spent. Yeah, it will be made into more profit in the future. I mean, that's the big thing. Like, you need capital and you need to... I have to sit on these for like at least a year. I feel like, dude, it would not surprise me. Once again, just my opinion, okay? Just my opinion. Not financial advice. It would not surprise me if these double in price within 1 year. I think that these are some of the strongest sealed products that are out there. But they also might fucking tank. Like, next year's balls might tank them. So I might want to sell these before... We'll have to see. I might want to sell these before the full rotation of the year goes around. Yeah, that's the other side of the coin. Like, so next year's Mysterious Ball releases, if they bring them back, would probably tank this sealed product way more than other sealed product. Because when you look at, like, Xmas presents from... like 2018 versus Xmas presents from 2023, they have different
vanities, right? Like if you want a 2018 vanity, you have to open 2018 presents, right? But that might not be the case for Mysterious Balls. Mysterious Balls seem to have similar Pokemon, and if not, like even if they, you know, don't or whatever, like it's not that far off. So I feel like Mysterious Pokeballs, I feel like have a higher ceiling than I don't know. They will get tanked a lot more, I think, once the full rotation, once the next year's one's released. If that happens, I think they'll get tanked a lot more than the average. There's positives and negatives to investing in these versus other sealed products or other things. All right, JD Betray's gonna pop Charm. I'm down to go head over to the spot north of the 210 Sinnoh route and go for Sudowoodo, Mr. Mime. There's so many good spawns here. Sudowoodo, Mr. Mime. I hit this earlier. Breloom and Scyther, if I'm not mistaken. I've shown it here a lot on stream, but stream is kind of winding down around the like 4.5 hour, 5 hour mark so far, which when you're sick is pretty tough. So I'm gonna be chilling, just leaning back in my chair, single encounter shunning, see what happens, and waiting for that Stantler swarm, of course. Stantler Kanto, dude. Oh yes, finally. Thank you, dude. Whew, let's go get him, fellas. It's beautiful, dude. An easy location too, man. Stantler Pokemon Tower. I'm gonna quick ball all of them and just get them done as quick as possible, man. All right, there's the 4th Stantler caught. Let's go consume some Pokemon, guys. Finally. If there's another Stantler swarm, dude, spam me, chat, because I literally need more, probably. All right, guys. Finally. It's time. I have 3 boxes of swarm Pokemon. Time to sacrifice. Time to consume. How many am I starting with before this little... I'll be able to go on for a long time here, okay? I'm starting with 128 helpers consumed. Let's see how many I can go on a streak for. Here's the start of the streak, fellas. Reunited at last. What's up next? Chinling, Spheal, Glaceon. Oh shit, green Christmas present costume. Cool. That's a cool milestone. And the hat. Okay. That should be like 150 or something, I think. Let's check. Nice. Awesome. Oh shit, this is my last Stantler, isn't it? Oh no, I could get stuck. Get stuck again. Hoping not. I'm out of Stantlers after this, so we'll see. Let's see how it goes. Please show me no Stantler here. This next rotation. Ultra Ball, cool. No Stantler, please. Nice. I'm so happy to hear this sentiment from a player, Tribal Wizard. I don't get the whole this isn't a newcomer friendly event. I just started last night and this game is really fun. I'm happy to hear it, man. I think it's just maybe I'm just copium. You know, maybe I'm just some bitter veteran. I don't know. I try to keep that in mind. I don't think I am, but I try to consider it, like really consider it. I think it does just come from like negative people or frustrated people. Someone said yesterday, oh, that's a Stantler, so I'm stuck now. Oh, that sucks. Someone said like the other day, when people share that sentiment, it's usually just them kind of projecting like that, which is a fine, you know, they're just in pain. It's usually them projecting like that they don't have enough time to play the event for whatever reason, because maybe they were super busy with family over the holidays, field Glaceon, you know, for whatever reason, like they're just unhappy with it for whatever reason. Even if it's not the general sentiment of the entire community, they kind of project their feelings to the entire community. And I feel like it's really easy. And I think the best thing to do is just like empathize with those players and understand, like, you know, the event is objectively beginner friendly. You can play this event like a couple hours a day and do really, really well. Yeah, I don't know. There's always going to be people who want to extrapolate their lack of ability to succeed on like something else. And like sometimes it is, you know, other things do affect that for sure. But at the end of the day, video games are the most even playing field you'll ever have in life. Life is unfair. Video games are somewhat unfair, but will give you the fairest chance possible. That's how I feel. All right, fellas. It's once again about that time to wait for a Stantler swarm. But let's go ahead and sort our PC while I am. I still have, even after all of that, I have around a box and almost 2 boxes. I was a box and a half. No, almost 2 boxes of Pokemon saved up for these, which is incredible. Waiting for the Stantler swarm once again. I'm gonna go ahead and check. I started this session at 129. Well, I started today at like 118 consumed, and then I started this little consuming session at 129. So what's my number now? I'm now at 191, so I only need around 80 more helpers consumed, which I have a shit ton of in my PC, and I'm just waiting for Stantler. So I'm gonna stop catching Swarmons for now, probably, and just shiny hunt, and then just wait for whatever swarms I need, honestly. So that's also going to be the end of today's stream. A nice 5-hour stream, even though I've been pretty sick today. I'm happy to have it. It's been a fun time. You guys have been incredible. Thank you for watching. Hopefully it's been enjoyable. Make sure to like the stream and the stream recap if it was. Dislike if not, that's okay. Subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO videos. I do upload every single day, and then I stream usually Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET, but a little bit more. It's Friday today, for example, as I'm recording this. I stream on Fridays during events and like fun stuff like that as well, so keep that in mind. Twitch for the streams like this, and YouTube, yeah, Monday through Thursday. Discord's down below, and if you want to go above and beyond, like many of you have this stream, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo really do allow me to be full-time and allow me to make as much content as I do, and I couldn't be here without the amount of fan support that I get. But thank you all so much for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you guys later. Peace, Reno.
Yo, Petrowski here. Firstly, thank you so much for watching till the very end of the video. I truly hope it was worth your time today. And secondly, thanks to everybody whose name is listed here. You guys all go above and beyond and allow me to make daily content. Thanks again. Have a great day.